So I woke up with this on my mind for the most part. And then what I'm listening to, it helped me out. It confirmed a little bit more on the realm that you have to be in to really be a true creator. Right? You can't let other people basically program your reality easily. Or not at all. You can't let them program your reality at all. So basically, I was waking up and I was thinking like, sometimes it can feel like you're running. And sometimes I feel like you can running away from a situation when it's like, am I supposed to be facing this situation? And I'm talking about like relationships, mainly with family, right? Or just mainly relationships that you have that emotional love for somebody, because love can be an action and also an emotion. I consider love an action, but action does lead to emotion. But I say God is love and love is action. Love ain't just a feeling. So either way, I woke up and I was like, yeah, sometimes it can feel like you running, but you really like protecting yourself, correct? And and understanding that it's more so like you protecting your own vibration, you're protecting your own um creation. Because I was listening to this book, The Law of Attraction, and it said that, and it hit the nail on the head. It was like, okay, let's say you're listening to some harmful words, to some hurtful words, or some discouraging words from someone you love, right? And she had said, well, many of you always will take that in what they're saying instead of deciding how you want to feel. So if someone is making you feel bad, and it's not even just bad, but it's more so if somebody is disagreeing with you, this gets taken to a whole nother realm of not just if you feel bad, but if they're in even disagreement with what you're striving towards, right? If you're creating and you're manifesting and you're visualizing, or however you want to put it, if you're just simply working towards a certain creation, correct? Any type of resistance you feel towards, not towards somebody, when you tell somebody about it and you feel any type of resistance, um first you have to understand that they can be projecting their own insecurities and fears onto you, right? That's the first thing. um or more so, man, I guess it won't be the first thing. The first thing is you don't accept it. You don't accept that shit, right? Like if you feel any type of like, they basically feel like they hating, or right. But I also understand you the one that even put yourself in that situation because you know them. And for the most part, when you get to a certain age, you know how people around you gonna act when you tell them something, right? You know. So that's why you always still have to take accountability, even when you put yourself in those situations. It's like, why am I opening my mouth to this person about what I want to do? I already know how they gonna think. I already know how they gonna act. I already know after I get done talking to them, that conversation gonna be replaying in my head, and that's not good because understand every thought, your soul don't be knowing the difference. So if they be like, I don't know if that's gonna work, that's gonna be replaying in your head. Guess what? That's what coming towards you. You don't know if it's gonna work. When you're supposed to be positive that it's gonna work. You're supposed to be positive and have no question if it's going to work. Because it is gonna work if you create it, right? And you continue to play that loop within you, right? So that's all. That's mainly what I woke up thinking about, and it was like, why is this on my heart? Why am I feeling this? Like, you can feel like you running. Like when people just dip and leave and work on themselves, and then also guilt will try to come, right? Which is just the ego, right? Migo, the ego, will try to send thoughts to you like, oh yeah, you wrong because you just left. When it's like, bro, I'm doing the best I done ever been, right? When I just left and distanced myself from people that lack knowledge, because we have to understand, and all of us lack some type of knowledge. There's knowledge that's always going to have to be gained throughout this whole lifetime. So when I say around people that lack knowledge, I'm not talking about, oh, I just know all the knowledge. No. What I'm saying is more so lack knowledge that I have attained, and that I'm actually no. Matter of fact, we gonna say lack knowledge. No, lack wisdom. That's what it is. Lack wisdom, because most people know about law of attraction, but the fact is, why are you not applying it? Right? Because wisdom would be applying that knowledge. So I'm around people that's not wise. Why am I continually putting myself around people that aren't wise and aren't continually putting this stuff into practice and talking about bettering themselves? They just talking about the past, and the typical stuff. The typical stuff that I guess you could say regular people talk about. Old stuff, past stuff that don't exist. Like, one quote I heard that I love, bro, is the past only exists in your mind, right? And the ego will try to use certain circumstances, even on your body, scars on your body, right? Relationships with people, songs is crazy, everything, cars. Like, you ever listen to a song that brought back a certain memory, right? I'm gonna say it like this. The ego will try to use the five senses. Hold on. The ego will try to use the five senses to basically try to get you to so-called remember the past, when the past really don't exist, right? Because none of this is, all this stuff is going to come to pass, right? Even if, let's say, your soul left and came back into another body. This whole body here, it didn't matter, correct? So you got to start walking through life understanding that, I wouldn't say the body don't matter, because it is the temple, right? But it's more so in the aspect that the body doesn't matter regarding the past, right? The body doesn't matter regarding the past. It's actually supposed to teach you, right? It's supposed to teach you to better yourself continually throughout this life. So either way, if you go based off of your feelings, because that's what she's saying in that book. If you go based off your feelings on how you feel in your situation, that means you're going the right way. So if you leave and diss yourself and you just feel good, things are starting to just the fact, even if you feel better, bro, if you don't feel trapped no more, you don't feel judged no more, correct? And we gotta understand, it's always continual work, because you're not even really, like, if you feel judged around other people, well, I'm trying to think how to put it. Because it's more so the fact, like, if you know that's what that person put out, you're not really supposed to be around them. It's like, I don't want to feel judged, so I'm not going to be around them too much, right? Or I don't like to feel like, because you can feel their feelings about you. So it's like, I don't want to feel this, so I'm not going to be around them, correct? So, because I understand, I personally feel like protecting yourself, and I'm not talking about being around somebody and protecting yourself, because at that point, I feel like you still have to have your guard up, right? Like, when you're around somebody and you still know how to protect yourself, you still have to have your guard up, because, like, our ear is a womb, and we can't really control what goes in our ear, for the most part. Like, especially when we around certain people for a certain amount of time, and that's why that quote is true. You are who you hang around. So, yeah, your ear is a womb, and the tongue is the programmer. The tongue is the creator. So when somebody else talking to you, they basically creating in your life, if you accept that. But you also don't have to accept that. But that's a practice. First of all, you gotta learn how to create you and yourself, you and I, right? First, you and wisdom gotta learn how to create by y'all self before you get around other people and be trying to create. So either way, go based on how you feel, right? Go based on how you feel, because our feelings, and when you in tune with your heart, it makes sense. Like, if you feel good, if you feel free, if you feel like this is the way, then do it. So either way, take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm just speaking my experience. Just take my experience gain knowledge from it, and then apply wisdom. All right, I ain't nobody teacher. I ain't finna teach nobody servant. It's up to you. You know, it's up to you to decide how you want to go about your life. I'm just giving my experience.